Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who taught us this here pod truth. And salutation and blessings to the true brethren. Wanted to expound on the topic of running the race, that is this truth, as the scriptures many times likens it an analogy of making speed, making haste. Another word that I left out was quickening. All right. Word to be quickened, which in the Blue Letter translation, of course, goes into being revived. But also that term means into being sped up. Okay. When something is fucking made to move faster. Okay. And it's the whole idea of running to the feet of the Most High. Okay, it's metaphorically you running to the chambers of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay, to come to this word, to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and everything that pertains unto Him. Okay, talks about in the scriptures all holy conversation. Okay, and godliness. All right, and refraining from all the filth uh, and mire, okay, and transgression of this world, man. Okay, and this thing is also likened into a marathon and not a sprint. All right, and which pacing is required in a marathon. In a marathon, the runners still run. Run is still required, but there's pacing. There's different methods of pacing. For example, one example is wind sprints, when you run top speed, um, pretty much as long as you can, and then you come down to a jog or a fast run, a fast walk, and then you go again, right? It's in different intervals, all right. But scriptures talk about overexertion, uh, like a lot of these men who've come to this truth, who went super hard in the beginning and then ended up falling out. Okay, so this thing is a marathon that lasts over from the time that we were converted until death. And Salakia, because the elect is not going to die. I could say the death of these bodies, because these bodies are about to be done. We're about to be separated from these bodies, everyone, ultimately. Okay. Uh, all the nation of Israel are going to be separated from these fucking bodies, man. All right. And, uh, but the elect will not taste death. So, but regardless, if they, some of the elect actually will experience martyrdom, but um, it will be likened unto them not dying because they're going to be translated, man. Okay. Uh, so from the time we're converted until the end is the this course, okay, which we're going to get in the scriptures, is the course, which is this race, which is a marathon, man. Okay, which is a long haul, a long distance run. All right, but we are absolutely to be swift, to make haste, to fucking sprint to this truth, man. We sprint to this truth, uh, uh, but it's not a fucking a dash, right? I'm just using that term. sprint. We rush. That's the word. We rush to doing this work. We are rushing metaphorically to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Okay, to be in these waters. We rush to the waters, right? Um, to the brotherhood. All right, to our true family, um, which is our true family. Okay, we rush to um, doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, these we constantly have exhortation from the Spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai to of things to go into. Okay, because the Most High is constantly giving the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He's giving them epiphanies, man. Okay, and that was just read in Colossians, how man we're to be ever abounding in this truth and in this faith. Our knowledge and wisdom and understanding doesn't stop. Like the brother Damasha Pa was going into in one of the videos with the Elder Rakah, Apostle Rakah, that stagnant waters are dead waters, man. Okay, and that's the spirit because in other contexts, in applications, I use the same type of analogy or phraseology in that anything that is stagnant, there's no such thing as stagnation, which is just staying the same. When you plateau, so to speak, you reach a point and you just fucking you you don't increase from that point. You're actually digressing. Okay, so that the phrase goes, "There's no such thing as stagnation. It's actually digression." Okay, you're not progressing at that point, and then you, of course, you lose shit when you fucking stay the same like that. So it's digression, man. All right. Um, but let me get this. It is in Ecclesiastes 9:11, just the first part, real quick. This first sentence or stanza. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not to the swift. Okay, that's the whole parable of the tortoise and the hare. And fuck all the Aesop's fables and all the fucking nursery rhymes and shit. But it's a visual for um, and of course which was taken from the scriptures. All these things, right? These recreations and fucking readaptations of different virtues, what they call them, wisdom and virtues, um, which what a fable is, actually what a fable is, okay, but it's fictional. But obviously it's fucking it's a fictional twist on it, okay, of the hare who had way more speed and probably fucking endurance than the tortoise, but he burned himself out in the beginning of the race and had to crash midway. Had to take a fucking nap. All right. Um, whereas the tortoise, well, paced himself the whole way. All right. And that's also keeping in mind our weak and frail fucking bodies, um, and even minds at some point, even though that we have the anointing on us, the unction, are are frail. Okay. So, you know, not to get fucking to get psycho with it, right? That's what it's likening to a marathon, man. All right, because this thing is the long haul, but the race is not given to the swift, man. Okay, There's patience required. This is in 2 Timothy 4:7. I have fought a good fight. I have finished my course. I have kept the faith. So it's about finishing the course, man. That's why the race is not given to the swift. Because in this instance, this race is being a marathon. It's it's uh it's going to take a lot of um, endurance, okay, a lot of fortitude to finish out. Scriptures tell us that it says, um, the elect shall scarcely be saved. All right. And this thing is absolutely not a cakewalk. We just went into it in the scriptures and patience, that we are to run in Hebrews 12:1. We are to run this race with patience, right? The patience goes into um, extreme opposition, extreme peril, extreme danger that you're faced with, okay, of the sufferings in association with those sufferings, if they're going to be fucking extreme, man. When it talks about when you come to the Most High, prepare thy soul for temptations, all right, because you're going to get fucking completely jacked up. You're going to catch holy fucking hell, okay, from the Most High purging you, all right, purging that old nigga, all right. Salakia. It says, once again, that fight uh, directly linked up to the race, okay? And let's get it, this word course, okay? Finish my course. And they even call course a race course, you know? It says, course, dromos, the course. In the New Testament, figuratively, the course of life. So that goes, he's going into the duration of what this course is. All right. And here in the Strong's definition, um, a race, okay, and then expounds example, i.e., figuratively, figuratively, your whole career, okay. So this race is not just a fucking little dash, like what they call I think it's like a 50 yard or 80 yard, 100. Oh yeah, 50 yard or the 100 yard dash and all that shit. No, this thing spans out your whole career, which means your whole life, which you just went into, right? The course of life, because from the moment you were converted, pretty much, okay, and even see or of office exactly, because it talks about how regardless if motherfucker realize it or not, we are we were in an office in this current moment. Okay, it talks about being expostulated. Um, the scriptures talk about how the Most High expostulated his men in this ministry. When you come to serve the Most High, you put your head to the plow and you are joined into the ministry of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, that's the position you're now taking. It's likened to you being exalted to an office of the Most High, right? An ecclesiastical, or is it, yeah, right? Is that the word ecclesiastical? Yeah, an ecclesiastical office, man. Let me get it. Postulate. Expostulate in the church. Slovakia, I believe. Postulate. Postulate. In ecclesiastical law, to nominate or elect someone to an ecclesiastical office subject to the sanction of a higher authority, which is Yahweh Bashem Shai, of course. All right, there it is. So when we came to this ministry, we're in some form of an ecclesiastical office of the Most High, man. All right, and it lasts over the course of the rest of our life. Okay, so it's a marathon, and um and I'll say the rest of our left hand life, because it won't even be of the sufferings and all that, and of the patience and all the heartache and pain and fucking difficulty, like it goes into what this race, this path, okay, which is like another word for a course, right? Path, this the straits, right? Being in these straits, the narrow path, okay, which is a position of difficulty. It won't be that at the end of this left hand life. So I'll say at the end of this left hand life is when that is complete. But that was some time, man, from the time of your conversion until then. That's why this is likened into a marathon. That's why it says, to the him that endureth into the end, the same shall be saved. Okay, let's go back to the scriptures in Second Timothy. Okay, because doesn't it say that at the end of that race that we will receive an incorruptible crown? All right, and talks about how we're gonna have hearts of flesh to where we can't commit iniquity. This is in 2 Timothy 4:8. Henceforth, there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, with which Yahweh, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day. Salakia, it says, which the Lord, the righteous judge, shall give me at that day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love his appearing. All right. So that's what we're to receive. That's in the precepts as well. All over in the precepts going into the crown that we're gonna receive. Okay. And then also a two-edged sword in our hand, which is synonymous with his appearing, because there's not a lot of people are gonna love his appearing. If you think about it right now, because it talks about it'll be a weeping and gnashing of teeth. If you think about it right now, um, if you asked anybody on the fucking street, what would they think about UFOs, so-called UFOs, invading this fucking place and destroying and utterly fucking annihilating um, this fucking place, man? All right, they would be staunchly opposed to it. They'd be like, "Oh man, we the whole world's got to band forces to destroy that," which is exactly what they've said. Okay, but you ask anyone off the fucking street, they'd be in that sentiment. All right, so think about it right now. The masses of the people are not going to love the appearing of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. It's only the elect. Okay, and they call us diabolical and all that shit for that. All right. Um, It says, "Do thy diligence to come shortly unto me." And I already went into in the blue Slakia in um, the etymology for that. Okay, which goes into everything the scriptures goes into about running the race. All right, being quickened, making speed, haste. Okay, to single this out. All right, and this is that the same diligence is also is to hate to haste, hasten, make haste to and to exert oneself, to give diligence, huh? To use speed. All right. So with that, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kadash.